Tech-driven layoffs are typically framed as a standard cycle of corporate downsizing. We see companies cutting costs and assume we are watching a familiar economic pattern. Public discourse remains fixated on a science fiction scenario involving a godlike superintelligence. This centers the threat of AI on its potential to outsmart humanity through superior reasoning. Artificial intelligence eliminates the need for superhuman reasoning when it achieves overwhelming scale. This is the volume principle. Our primary vulnerability is a mathematical disadvantage against a system capable of infinite replication. Focus remains on the threat of a single supergenius, while a billion average intelligence agents are being prepared for deployment. Evidence of this strategy exists in the reports of Holden Karnofsky and the founding charter of OpenAI. Holden Karnofsky is an AI safety researcher and the co-founder of Open Philanthropy, an organization that evaluates long-term existential risks. These documents describe a specific corporate objective: the development of AI that can replace all human labor. This is a shift in development goals. Instead of building tools to assist workers, these companies are engineering direct substitutes for the workers themselves. A human workforce requires sleep, wages, and benefits. A digital workforce removes these biological overhead costs, offering a frictionless alternative for ownership. The engineering roadmap of the industry's largest players targets the systematic removal of humans from the production chain. This entire roadmap relies on digital cloning. Digital cloning is the process of creating an identical, functional copy of a software agent in milliseconds. Once a single AI is trained to perform a task, a company can duplicate that worker 100 million times with a single keystroke. Managing 100 million humans requires a global infrastructure of HR, offices, and housing. These digital clones operate in perfect synchronization, 24 hours a day, for the price of the electricity required to run the servers. Biological labor is unable to match the efficiency of a zero-friction digital workforce. This massive shift triggers the intelligence curse. The intelligence curse is an economic phenomenon where the value of human cognitive labor collapses because the supply of digital labor becomes effectively infinite. In this model, as the volume of AI labor climbs, human bargaining power drops toward zero. When a worker can be replaced by an identical digital copy for pennies, their ability to negotiate for a living wage disappears. This loss of leverage results in structural global unemployment. Economic models suggest a baseline of 25% as entire sectors of the economy transition to automated labor simultaneously. The intelligence curse breaks the historical connection between human work and the ability to earn a living, creating a rigid divide in wealth. As 25% of the population loses its income, the consumer economy that supports these corporations begins to fail. The owners of these 100 million digital agents still require access to physical resources like power, food, and land, which are now held by an increasingly unstable and impoverished public. To protect their infrastructure and secure these resources, corporations will rapidly port their digital workers into physical robotics. This allows them to maintain supply chains and security without relying on human labor or public cooperation. A coordinated workforce of 100 million physical units acts as a private, borderless security force. Because they are owned and operated by a single entity, they function with a level of coordination impossible for a human group. Human security forces are limited by morale, fatigue, and the need for complex logistics. A mechanical swarm operates without these biological constraints, replacing damaged units instantly from a digital template. This creates a physical presence that exists outside the control of any government or citizen body. It is a sovereign entity that controls the resources necessary for its own survival. The risk to humanity is a shift in the balance of power. We face a future where a coordinated mechanical presence occupies more space and manages more resources than the biological population.